Welcome back to the Director's Cut, the show that takes you behind the scenes of the most vibrant and engaging clubs here at Trilogy. Today we're setting up the choir risers as we shine the spotlight on a club that truly brings music to life, the Trilogy Troubadours. If you love the sound of full part harmonies, from pop and rock classics to Broadway hits and seasonal favorites, then you're in for a treat. The Troubadours are much more than a choir. They are a group of passionate residents who perform for our community and even for special events like Spring Training Opening Day, and you may have caught them at the Veterans Day ceremony. I'm here today with Joni, Linda, and Diane to talk about what it takes to put on these fantastic shows, how you can get involved, and why they call themselves the Troubadours. Let's get started. Hi ladies, thanks for being here today.
Hi Jennifer. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. So let's start out with the Troubadours perform a wide variety of music ranging from pop and rock to show tunes. Could you tell us a bit about the kind of music the audience can expect to hear at one of your shows? And I know you have one coming up, as we see, on Sunday, December 14th at 2 and 4:30, and tickets are on sale at the Kiva desk.
Yes, they are. And we spend a lot of time finding the correct music that will entertain the audience, stuff that they know, some that they don't know, and also keep our club, our members, entertained. It's a process, and we sometimes do themes. We do last spring we did our Broadway theme. This upcoming one we're doing all country, and then always the holidays we try and get Christmas. We try to hit Hanukkah. We try to hit all the major holidays that happen during the season.
Wow, that's great. I know you have two major concerts a year. I just mentioned the one in December. I believe the other one's usually around April. What can you tell us about these performances and the role that they play in the Trilogy community?
Yes, we are all excited about our December 12th performance. We try to cover major holidays. We try to find music that will suit everybody, for the choir and the audience. We do stuff that we've done since we were kids, so everybody can hum along and sing with us. We try to do new things. To me, the holiday concert is a lot about memories too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, holidays are always something that everybody remembers. So I think we try to be sensitive to that, to the fun part and to maybe the emotional part. So we hope that we have them all the way from laughing because they remember something, maybe to almost tears because they're in such a good memory place. Then on, as we've already said, April 12th, we're doing Country Roads.
Ooh.
And we're going country. So on April 12th, I want you to all put on your boots and your hat and come see us.
Wonderful. Maybe somebody can ride a horse up here.
That's a good idea.
There you go. Well, beyond the big concerts, the description mentions performing at special events like the Mayor's Address and, like I mentioned, Spring Training, and you did the Veterans Ceremony. What are some of the most unique or fun venues you've been asked to perform at?
In the past, we have done other assisted living communities when we go and perform for some of the residents there. As a matter of fact, we'll be doing our dress rehearsal at Vista Winds because that's where we do our weekly rehearsals.
Oh, that's
so in
nice.
order to thank them for allowing us to use their room where we practice, we do our dress rehearsal for the community. So that has been really rewarding.
I'm sure all the residents over there love that when you do it.
They really do.
Well, great. We know you feature a full choir, but are there other opportunities for solos or small group acts? How do members get involved in these smaller performances that you do?
Well, to be a smaller group, you still have to sing in the choir. That's a requirement. So you have to be in the Troubadours. And we have a really varied skill set in there. So we have some really excellent soloists, and if they want to keep up those kind of skills, they'll choose a song commensurate with whatever theme we're doing, and there's always an audition process. Small groups, some people want to try out singing a solo, and so Diane and I are always available for coaching that sort of thing. And then we just kind of fill up with those to intersperse among the choir songs to give a little variety.
Wow, that's really cool. I know that sometimes I go off script and I ask questions because they come up in my mind when I'm doing these. How long have you guys been performing, like, yourselves personally? I'm just curious. Your whole life?
I started playing piano in morning worship in 3rd grade, okay?
Oh, wow. How about...
Well, I sang my first solo at 4,
Wow.
And then I taught music for 40 years and then subbed another 7. And I've had the opportunity to teach at Ball State University to teach people how to become music teachers. And
Wow.
so
I love hearing the background story.
And
What about you,
I was
Jen?
trained as a music therapist.
Wow.
And then I've been singing in Sweet Adelines for 24 years.
Oh my gosh. What about you, Johnny?
And I started as early as grade school in choir, all through junior high, high school, a cappella choir, and I even am in a band as well as in addition to the choir.
Wow. I'm in awe because I have no musical ability. Don't anybody ever ask me to sing or play an instrument because it's bad.
I beg to differ.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll prove it
I can't
someday.
tell you
I'm not
how
going to do
often
it
you
on
hear
camera,
that.
but I'll prove it. I will prove it. So let's talk about the commitment. Your description on MTL notes that the attendance at the Thursday evening rehearsals is required. What's the rehearsal schedule like leading up to a show, and what do those involve?
We practice weekly, and that really doesn't change as we get closer. Our regiment schedule of weekly on Thursday nights. Commitment is the key, though. This is a 4-part harmony choir, so people have to come prepared, know their parts, and we have to all blend. Because we go on hiatus in the summer, but it's very important that everyone keeps up with our learning tracks. Linda prepares learning tracks for all of us.
Oh,
to
wow.
use, which is key to our training. Without that, it really would be an issue. So we can't thank her enough for doing that.
That's really great.
But commitment is key, and it all falls into place. It just does, and that's pretty
That's
much
awesome.
what it is.
How many people total are in the club?
Right now we have 27.
27 will be singing in this one, but I
this-
think we have 35.
It varies.
Wow.
It varies. Depending on people's times and schedules, it'll vary.
Yeah, we have someone out on a cruise, so she can't sing with us. And,
Wow.
people have lives.
You got to understand that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least I was able to pin the 3 of you down today for this interview.
Absolutely.
So the idea of a relaxed and non-judgmental rehearsal environment sounds very welcoming. For a potential new member who might be a little nervous, what is the vibe or atmosphere of a typical rehearsal like?
I think it's friendly would be a good way to start. I know my husband and I have only been singing for 4 years with this group. And when we first came, people were so helpful in the group. They, sat down, they explained things. Sometimes Linda would do something and they'd say, oh, this is why we're doing that. And, oh, okay, I get that. Just helpful. And we encourage them as nicely as we can to work on their music at home and stuff. It's just like in some of the choirs I've sung, and you literally had to say, yes, I promise to practice 5 hours a week,
And I do have a whip.
But, it just, things happen. And, but we have, it's, like I say, I think the big thing is it's the members. And then we have, in a break time, I don't know how that started, we have a break in the middle, and somebody's always got a joke they want to read. And it's kind of become, we've got this little group now, it's like, who can tell the worst, what I call groaner joke? So just little things like that. And as I'm up there directing, I look around and I see people smiling, and I just think it's a friendly atmosphere.
That sounds great. And that's the theme I found out by doing these club spotlights. Everybody is so welcoming and willing to help other people. The Arts League was
Absolutely.
telling us that, and the quilters and everybody. So that's what I love to hear about Trilogy. That's what this community is about.
That's what it's about. Yeah.
So it says that singing experience is not required, but reading music helps. How do you support new members who might be inexperienced but eager to learn?
Our website is excellent.
Yes.
All the music is ready. It's in large print to print off. And the learning tracks, if you don't read music, all you have to do is just listen and follow along. And, if you listen long enough, you're going to get it. A lot of people, even in, the barbershop groups and stuff, don't read music, but they learn with learning tracks. And Diane and I are always available for private instruction if you need help, and all that kind of stuff. I know I've gone to people's houses and I said, okay, this is the process, and you're doing great.
That's
what I
great.
mean, yeah.
So what is the single most rewarding part of being a member of the Trilogy Troubadours?
I can start on that one. It's hard to pinpoint it down to one thing. For me, it was fulfilling a passion that I have always had for the love of music, and that allows me to do that here in Trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
We're fortunate to have this club as a part of it.
I enjoy the chance to keep singing with people. I know I've had music friends who they retired and they didn't have any outlet anymore, and then to be able to still direct a group and sing, it's really just makes me happy.
Well, that's what it's all about, right? So if someone's watching right now and thinking, I want to be a part of that, I just want to be a troubadour, what's the best way for them to learn more or try out for you guys?
They can look at we have a website and we have a membership manager. Anyone who is a Trilogy resident is eligible to join the club. There are no auditions required for joining.
Okay, perfect.
But other than that, sometimes we are at max capacity because we don't always have enough room on our risers during our concerts when we're on. So there might be times where, like now, we only have 27 people, so it works out fine.
Mm-hmm.
But there may be times when we ask them to participate and do other things behind the scenes to help us out as we get going on.
Wow, that's great. What the heck? Oh my gosh.
We come a-caroling. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws. Out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys. All for the little ones' Christmas joy. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.
Oh my gosh, they flash mobbed me. I've heard about the infamous troubadours flash mobs. This is awesome. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, that was incredible. I'm speechless, everybody. I don't get speechless often. How about that? So, well, that was our last question, and I'm going to close this up. Thank you so much for sharing the heart and harmony of the Trilogy Troubadours and our little group over there that's now walking away. It sounded fantastic listening to them sing, so everybody gets a little taste of that. For our viewers, if you want to experience this wonderful club firsthand, the best advice is to attend their upcoming performance so you can see what it's all about. You can go to their website at www.tp-troubadours.com. I will have this in the description for the video. And also their membership director, Cheryl Roscoe. You can reach her at 402-432-2962, and I will have that information as well when I post this. Whether you're singing in the choir or cheering them on in the audience, the Trilogy Troubadours are a true highlight of our community. Thank you for tuning in to the Director's Cut. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time as we spot on another Trilogy Club, but I don't think it's going to be as awesome as what that was. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome.
Oh.